Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, be grateful that my team was in that position. That's all you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, all the credit in the world to LSU. They were tremendous.
WNBA officials were stunned after Caitlin Clark delivered a dominating performance against Angel Reese. Often celebrated as a generational talent, Clark didn't just outperform Reese. She dismantled her game with such precision, it was like handing her a custom-made better luck next time card right on the court.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
Madison Williams published an article where Caitlin Clark opened up about why it's perfectly fine that she and Angel Reese aren't best friends. Some are calling her take a masterclass in grace, others think it's time to rewrite the narrative entirely, and then there's the crowd still clutching their pearls over all the drama.
She was just listed as something that is really, really impressive. She was listed as one of Forbes 30 under 30 for sports.
But let's be real. This is exactly the kind of moment we live for. The kind where someone doesn't just win, but makes their opponent question every decision that led them there. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up. She stole the spotlight. And Angel Reese? She was left wondering what just ran her over.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
Let's take a moment to appreciate Clark's game, because those deep threes, they are basically launched from another area code. It's like she's playing an entirely different sport. In this matchup, she hit an outrageous 60% from beyond the arc, draining the energy out of defenders one shot at a time. Though let's be honest, were they even defenders? More like spectators with a front row seat to the Caitlin Clark show. But it's not just her scoring that turns heads. Clark has a rare gift for controlling the game's rhythm, dictating the tempo like a veteran maestro. When she wasn't burying threes, she was running the offense with surgical precision. Her court vision, razor sharp, and those no-look passes, straight-up artistry.
The point that I'm really not understanding in all of this, and I feel like it's been such a pattern throughout the entire season, it feels like there are still certain people within the WNBA who want the league to grow, but they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face.
Angel Reese's squad looked like they were scrambling through a game they didn't even fully grasp. Now, Reese is no stranger to the spotlight. Her bold personality and on-court flair have made her both a fan favorite and a lightning rod for debate. But up against Caitlin Clark, that swagger felt out of sync. Reese struggled to find a rhythm, missing routine layups and visibly unraveling as the game slipped further out of reach. Her teammates, practically cardboard cutouts in the chaos. Clark didn't just win, she obliterated. She dropped a mind-blowing 42 points, pulled down 8 boards, and handed out 7 assists, reminding everyone that she's not just a star, she's a certified phenomenon. Meanwhile, Reese, known for her confidence and showmanship, had a rough night. She managed just 11 points on 4 of 15 shooting, a stat line that has "please don't ask me any questions" written all over it.
So this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is going to go in a rage every time. And I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy and excited.
Oh, make matters worse, Clark didn't hold back when it came to celebrating her dominance. After drilling a particularly outrageous three-pointer, she locked eyes with Reese in a long, pointed stare, a silent, yet unmistakable message. "This court is mine." Naturally, the internet exploded. Memes, GIFs, and hot takes flooded every corner of social media. If Reese thought she'd be trending after the game, she wasn't wrong, just not for the reasons she'd hoped. Over on WNBA Twitter, it was a full-blown frenzy. Fans couldn't get enough of the Clark versus Reese saga, with hashtags like #ClarkVReese and #CaitlynCooks trending for hours. Analysts called Clark's outing one of the most electrifying individual performances in recent memory. Others didn't hesitate to take jabs at Reese, questioning her ability to show up when the pressure's on. And it wasn't just the fans and pundits chiming in. Former WNBA legends got in on the action too. Sue Bird tweeted, "Caitlin Clark is a cheat code," while Diana Taurasi quipped, "Reese might want to start brushing up on those defensive drills." The sarcasm was sharp and, truth be told, kind of deserved.
Front runners for Rookie of the Year. Clark, the fastest player in WNBA history with 300 points, 100 rebounds, 100 assists. Angel was named Rookie of the Month for June, amidst of a single-season record. 11 straight double-doubles, she just one shot.
Here's where it gets downright brutal for Reese and her squad. Clark's team shot a blistering 50% from the field, while Reese's team struggled to hit anything, finishing with a dismal 38%. The turnover battle? Not even close. Reese's side coughed up the ball 15 times compared to just 8 from Clark's crew. And the rebounding war? Another blowout. Clark's team pulled down 12 more boards, dominating in every major category. It wasn't just a loss, it was a statistical beatdown. Individually, Clark is putting up MVP-worthy numbers this season, averaging 30.2 points, 7.8 assists, and 6.5 rebounds per game. She leads the league in both scoring and made three-pointers, all while maintaining an absurd shooting percentage considering how many of her shots are under heavy pressure. Reese, meanwhile, has solid stats, 18.4 points and 9.7 rebounds per game, but they pale in comparison. She's playing well, but Clark? She's operating in a whole different stratosphere.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select...
So where does Angel Reese go from here? Well, for starters, she might want to skip the film session from this game, because it's not going to be easy viewing. But all jokes aside, Reese is undeniably talented and still has plenty of time to regroup and respond. The real question is whether she can rise to the occasion the next time she faces Clark. Because if this game showed us anything, it's that Clark isn't just ahead, she's in a league of her own. Reese didn't exactly help her case in the post-game press conference, either. Instead of taking accountability for a rough night, she brushed it off, saying, "It was just one game. I'm still the best at what I do." Confidence is one thing, delusion another entirely. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is busy crafting her legend. Her ability to shine in high-stakes moments is second to none, and she's already drawing comparisons to icons like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird. At this point, it's not a matter of if she'll dominate the WNBA, it's how much. Fans are already arguing whether Clark deserves the title of greatest college player of all time, and honestly, they've got a case. Her performances aren't just memorable, they're historic. And if this latest game is any indication, she's only just getting started.
He just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well.
This game wasn't just a showdown between two stars, it was a glimpse into the future of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark represents the next generation of basketball, fast, fearless, and wildly entertaining. Angel Reese, despite her struggles in this one, still stands for the grit, toughness, and edge that fans respect and rally behind. Together, whether they realize it or not, they are helping elevate the league into the national spotlight. The WNBA thrives on rivalries, and this one has all the makings of a classic. Fans crave storylines, emotion, heroes, and villains. And in this chapter, Clark was the undisputed hero. Reese now has the chance to flip the script, but for the moment, Clark holds the crown, and she's wearing it with confidence. The WNBA world is buzzing after Clark's jaw-dropping performance, a game where she didn't just outshine Reese, she ignited social media and left analysts scrambling for superlatives. Billed as a battle between two rising forces, it quickly turned into a Caitlin Clark clinic, with Reese and her team left in the dust. For a league hungry for drama and marquee matchups, this game delivered, just not in the way Angel Reese would have hoped.
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday Who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese? So she's sort of embraced a Draymond Green role here.
Clark's brilliance on the court was nothing short of spectacular. She poured in 38 points, lighting it up from deep with a jaw-dropping string of three-pointers that bordered on ridiculous. At one point, she knocked down 4 in a row, including a near half-court bomb that had the crowd losing its mind. Add 9 assists and 6 rebounds to her stat line, and you've got a complete performance that showcased her dominance in every aspect of the game. The highlight reel? Endless. Step-back threes, pinpoint fast-break assists, and a cold-blooded mid-range dagger that left Reese visibly frustrated. But what truly set Clark apart wasn't just her scoring, it was her leadership. With her team trailing in the opening quarter, Clark flipped a switch and sparked a commanding 15-2 run that completely shifted the game's momentum. Her energy lifted everyone around her, and by halftime, it was obvious who was in charge. Clark didn't just outplay Reese, she made it look effortless.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like.
Angel Reese, on the other hand, found herself in unfamiliar territory, completely neutralized by Clark's defense. A player renowned for her dominant post-play and rebounding, Reese could only manage 8 points and 7 rebounds on 33% shooting. Her trademark intensity was nowhere to be seen, as Clark's defensive schemes continuously forced her into difficult, contested shots. The frustration was clear, especially as Reese picked up 2 early fouls, limiting both her minutes and her impact on the game. Reese later remarked, "The reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too," making it clear she felt this matchup was more than just a game, it was a test of her ability to handle the pressure of facing another elite talent. While Reese has had her share of dominant performances, this night unquestionably belonged to Clark. The stark contrast in their performances only fueled the narrative that Clark is in a class of her own. The aftermath was explosive. Fans took to WNBA social media, debating whether Reese could keep up with the league's elite. Analysts pointed out Reese's struggle to adapt, while others defended her, citing the challenge of guarding a player as dynamic as Clark. Former WNBA legends weighed in too. Lisa Leslie praised Clark's killer instinct, while Candace Parker stressed the importance of consistency in high-stakes games. As for Reese, she didn't speak to the media after the game, further intensifying the silence around her performance. Looking at the season stats, the contrast becomes even starker. Clark currently leads the league in scoring with 29.7 points per game and boasts a 42% shooting percentage from 3. Meanwhile, Reese has struggled recently, averaging just 15.8 points over her last 5 games. The gap between their performances is growing, and the pressure is mounting for Reese to step up and respond.